The Lamborghini Urus, since it came out in 2017, you guys, I've kind of hated it. It's a bombastic piece of machinery that probably nobody should own, and that's probably why I hate it, is because I don't own one. I've never even driven it. I even have a terrible nickname for it. But today I'm gonna drive it and see if it can change my mind. And maybe I'll even tell you what my nickname is. Some basics first. The Urus is a front-engine, all-wheel drive SUV that seats 5, but can be configured for 4 with captain's chairs. This beast came along when pretty much every sports car company knew they'd have to adapt or die, and moved from exclusively producing 2-seaters to more passenger-friendly fare. Being part of the Volkswagen Group, it shares its platform with the Audi Q7 and Q8, the Bentayga from Bentley, the Cayenne from Porsche, and the VW Touareg. When it comes to design, it doesn't outshine, say, the Huracan, the Temerario, or the Revuelto, but it's sinister enough. It's better when it comes in one of the Skittle color varieties over the black, silver, or white, which just look like Audis. And if you're spending $250,000 on a car, it better pop. I am absolutely crazy about this blue Uranus color. Do not go there. Oh my gosh, I am suddenly 12 years old. I also appreciate the blacked out grille, so those tuning fork thingies are invisible. Other people must like how it looks too because, well, the Urus is the best-selling Lamborghini of all time because it's so practical. And I mean that. It's actually got decent cargo space, 21.75 cubic feet to be exact. That number goes down to 20.27 cubic feet if you get it with the optional 4-seat configuration. And there's this optional flexible storage system that keeps everything in good order. For humans, when it comes to space, it's not chintzy either. I'm 5'4", and of course I have plenty of room, but even a tall drink of water like Mike Danger or Jeff Glucker would fit just fine in here. The rest of the interior doesn't disappoint me at all either. There's Alcantara suede everywhere. There are massaging seats, which I actually love. While it might be plastic, but maybe it's plastic carbon fiber. I think it's just plastic, but it still looks fancy. No, I'm sure it's real carbon fiber for everybody who paid $250,000 for this car. Of course it is. Yeah, it is. It totally is. The digital screens are great. This one has a nice shroud over it so that you can see it really clearly. Good information on here. It's all really clear and understandable. This one here is for infotainment. The cameras are good. Speed is quick. No complaints. This one is for temperature and your general comfort. The switchgear that is in here is kind of cool looking. It's plastic, but it's like a heavier plastic. The seats are really comfortable. I love how they have this kind of a Tron vibe going for them. And I think, honestly, like the rest of the bits are really well placed and nice to work with. This stuff down here, I think, is probably one of the coolest items of the car. This is how you switch into your different modes. This is your EV situation. And this, you guys, you turn this car on like you're launching a nuke. I mean, I don't know if it gets any cooler than that. When you are recharging the plug-in hybrid battery, the mode is Rika Rika. Because that sounds like a tropical drink. I like it. Something I do not like, when you're going to select your drive modes, you can only cycle through it one way. You can't push this back. So if I'm in Corsa and I want to go to Strada, I got to go through all of them again. I don't like that. As far as dimensions go, it's got a wheelbase of 118 inches. It's 202 inches long. It's 86 inches wide. And you guys, this is the SE, so it's got some extra gear with those hybrid bits. That makes it just north of 5,500 pounds. She is a big lady. When you turn on the Lamborghini Urus SE, you're either going to be really disappointed or you're going to make your neighbors feel super good about you because it's very quiet. However, you'll have plenty of time to piss off the neighbors with the noise. And she's got a powertrain to match. The Urus SE is powered by a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that is mated to a 141 kilowatt electric motor. Don't be sad about that V8 because with this combination, it means 789 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 701 pound-feet of torque that comes on full at 2,000 RPM. That is absolutely monstrous. Your 0 to 60 time is 3.2 seconds.
I mean, power in a straight line is exactly what you would expect and hope for. You put your foot into the throttle and you are instantly thrown back into the driver's seat. You've got a twin turbo, yeah, but it also has that electric motor, so turbo lag is non-existent.
If I can say that a 5,500-pound vehicle is giggle-inducing around turns, then yeah, I'll say it. This thing handles like a much smaller car. Steering feels quick and surprisingly light. Turn-in feels aggressive. Wow, for such a big thing, this is so playful, so energetic, so aggressive. The noise it makes is absolutely spectacular. I'm kind of agog at how much I'm loving driving this.
It also has a top speed of 194 miles an hour, but I will never ever know.
Stopping power might be as impressive as its acceleration because it has enormous 17.32-inch front rotors and 14.57-inch monsters in the rear.
But the brakes, as large marge as they are, they don't feel super grabby or unnatural. They're strong, they're confident, but they're also very livable. I actually think they're perfectly calibrated and they're big enough to cook a pizza on, so how bad is that? Gas mileage. Yeah, we're going to talk about gas mileage in a Lamborghini. Just using the engine alone, it's 18 miles to the gallon. That's not the worst I've ever heard. When you are in hybrid mode, you're going to get 48 mpge from the EPA. You guys, that's pretty efficient for something that's this big of an animal. You also have an opportunity just to drive in pure EV range, and you've got 37 miles of that. So, I can't believe that this is coming out of my mouth, but for a Lamborghini, it's a pretty efficient car.
You cannot fast charge with this, so only level 1 and level 2, but you can get from 20 to 100% of charge in a little over 4 hours with an onboard charger that maxes out at 7.5 kilowatts. It doesn't have traditional regenerative braking, but you can push this regen button and it goes into that cute Rika Rika mode. Gosh, I love that. So good. Italians are amazing. And no, I haven't forgotten that I'm telling you my terrible nickname for it. I just need to drive a little bit more first.
You have 6 drive modes. So Strada is your normal, comfortable, everyday, around town drive mode. And then when you flip it into Sport and Corsa, you're gonna get a little sportier. In Strada, the 8-speed ZF transmission, it shifts really smoothly, it's really comfortable. As soon as you flip into Corsa or to Sport, it starts to, you really can feel the shifts. Like they kind of make them very apparent, make it feel like you're actually like shifting and doing something, maybe even doing that manually. Same thing with the noise. Again, Strada is very relaxed, very comfortable, very kind of normal. But the second you flip into those sportier modes, you're going to get the gurgles, you're going to get the blurbles, all of those things that really do kind of make this feel like a performance SUV. Here's the deal. If this is just a lot of theater, well, the Lamborghini Urus SE is delivering. If you want to say this is a mom or dad car, well, yeah, it is, but they're both really super dressed up in some blingy fancy outfit, and they're probably doing some stuff that maybe they shouldn't do, and they might not care if they get arrested while they're doing it.
There's a Terra mode that will help you with traction on dirt, but I still also have no doubt that this would be a ton of freaking fun, and I really wish that I could do it. Then there's the Neve and the Sabia, which are snow and sand. The SE gets an adaptive suspension that adjusts ride height and stiffens when you throw it into these different modes, depending on which one they are. You can get a maximum ground clearance of 9.8 inches, and it gets as low as 6.2 inches.
I'm on smooth pavement, but the ride is really comfortable. I have been on bits that are a little bumpier, and I really have no complaints about the way that the suspension is tuned in any one of these modes. It's nice, it's not too overly sporty, but just sporty enough. I am sure that in Terra, it would be an absolute delight to be on dirt. Man, I wish I could get this on some dirt, but not today.
Well, color me impressed because this thing is a hoot, truly. I stand corrected, Lamborghini. The Urus SE has surprised the heck out of me. It's comfortable, it's an absolute smoke show, it looks suitably badass, and you could put a Costco run of groceries in the back. Brain explosion emoji, you guys. Hey, listen, subscribe to the KBB YouTube channel for more mind-blowing content like this. And yeah, the nickname is coming.
Can Kelley Blue Book help you find a fair purchase price on this thing? Maybe, but listen, if you've got the between $241 and $273 or $74,000 to spend on this, then chances are you don't even need us. But if you do need to get some repairs done on that jalopy that you do have, well then click that link and our service advisor can help you find out what you should be paying for those repairs.
Just in case you're curious, the one that I tested costs $341,708. Save up those doubloons. Okay, so let's talk competitors. Yes, of course, the Audi Q8, the Aston Martin DBX, that's a fun one. Of course, the Bentayga from Bentley, the Porsche Cayenne. Do we throw in the Range Rover like the SVR with this one? Maybe the Cullinan from Rolls-Royce? What a comparison video that would be. Maybe we shoot that in Italy, guys. What do you think?
Okay, so the nickname I used to have for this thing is the Uterus. Yeah, okay, I was being snarky and trying to be funny, but you guys, this thing has kind of changed my mind. Listen, it gets better gas mileage than my 5th gen 4Runner does. And for a performance SUV to do something like that, I mean, that's pretty remarkable. But on top of all that, it's powerful, it's audacious, and it's practical all at the same time. If you are in the market for one of these things, then you kind of have to put this on your list. Wait a second, powerful, audacious, practical. Okay, that does kind of sound like a uterus.